Hi Andy, welcome to lecture series on C programming language. This is your Balayasu sir. So we have started learning C programming language in which we started the learning pointers. In the last two videos, we have seen introduction to pointers and then what is a pointer and how to declare a pointer variable. So if any one of you didn't watch those two videos, please go to my channel and there we can find out pointers part 1 and pointers part 2. So if you see those two videos, then it is very easy to understand the current video. Okay friends, let us start our today's class. So today we are going to start third concept, part 3. We are going to start pointers part 3. In this part 3 video, we are going to see what is the amount of memory required for a pointer variable. And the second concept we are going to discuss is size of operator and then address of operator and then dereferencing a pointer variable. Dereferencing a pointer variable. And also we are going to see how this pointer variable should be used in our program. So these are the concepts we are going to learn in this video. So let us start our video. Yes, Andy. This is the last video that we have covered. What is the pointer variable and how to declare a pointer variable? So I am recalling the definition of a pointer variable. What is a pointer variable? Pointer is a variable that holds the address of another variable. Pointer is a variable that holds the address of another variable. So how to declare a pointer variable? We follow the syntax. What is the syntax we follow? We specify the data type, space, star, pointer, name. So in the last video, I clearly told that what is the data type? Data type is the data type of the value that the pointer will point to. And then what is the use of star? Star representing, star telling the compiler that the variable pointer name is a not ordinary variable, it is a pointer variable. And ptr underscore name, it is the name of the pointer variable. So how to declare different variables? So first int star pnum. What is the meaning of this one? So pnum is a pointer variable which is pointing to integer type of data. And coming to second one, character star PCH. What is this PCH? PCH is a pointer variable that is pointing to the character type of data. And coming to next one, float star PFNum. That means PFNum is a pointer variable that is pointing to floating point number. So PNum is the pointer variable which is pointing to integer. PCH is the character pointer which is pointing towards the character data type, and PF number is the pointer variable which is pointing to floating point of data. Now here I have a small question. Every variable occupies some amount of memory. So if you see, integer occupies 2 bytes or 4 bytes of memory, character occupies 1 byte of memory, and float occupies 4 bytes of memory, and so on. So here we are telling that pointer variable, that means it is a variable. So for this pointer variable, what is the amount of memory it occupies? How much amount of memory is required to represent the pointer variable? That is what we are going to see. So here, irrespective of the type of the pointer, either it may be integer or it may be a character or it may be a floating point. So whatever may be the data type of that variable, but the pointer variable occupies only specific block of memory. And what is the specific block of memory? It is depends on the computer we use. So now we are going to see the practical program. So how to use, how to find out the size of a pointer variable. For this purpose, we are going to write your program so that we are able to understand what is the amount of memory that is required to store a pointer variable. So here I am using dev C++ to write the program. Okay. So here I am writing the program. So every C program starts with documentation section, that is comments. So here I am writing program to find the size of a pointer variable. To find the size of a pointer variable, right, sir? So every C program must have preprocessor directive hash include stdio.h, and now I am writing my main function. Every C program must consist of one main function. So in the main function, I am declaring the variables. What type of variables I am declaring? Pointer variables. So now I am first one is integer pointer variable. Next one character star pch. Now float star. Why I am writing star? Star telling the compiler that the variable is a pointer variable. Float star pfnum. Now let us take a double star pd number long star pl number. So I have created 5 pointer variables. First variable is pnum, which is pointing towards the integer data. Second variable is pch, which is pointing towards the character data. And third one is pfnum, which is pointing towards the floating point data. And pdnum, which is pointing to double data. And plnum, which is pointing to long type of data. Now we are going to find out what is the amount of memory required for integer pointer variable, character pointer variable, floating point variable, double variable, and a long variable. So to find the size of a variable, what is the operator we use? So here we use the operator called size of operator. What is the operator we follow? Size of operator. So what is the use of size of operator? Size of operator is a unary operator that is used to calculate the size of data types. So it is a unary operator that is used to calculate the size of data types. Sir, for what type of data types that I can apply the size of operator? You can apply size of operator for all types of data types. Now, sir, size of is an operator. What is the what is the return value of that operator? So size of operator returns block of how many number of blocks are required, how many number of blocks required for that variable, or it returns the size of the variable, or it returns the size of the data type, or it returns the size of an expression. So size of operator is used to calculate the amount of memory required to store the particular data type value. So it can be applied to all data types. Sir, what is the syntax we have to follow to use the size of operator? The syntax we follow is, here I am writing size of, all are lowercase letters, size of followed by size of followed by, here I can write data type. That means if I want to find out any size of any data type, then I will write size of data type semicolon. Or we can also write like this, size of, all are lowercase letters, there is no space between size and of, size of, I have to specify the variable size of variable, or I have to specify size of expression. Size of expression. So these are the three ways to use size of operator. So size of operator can be used like this. Either we specify the data type, or we have to specify the variable, or we have to specify the expression. Sir, I am going to show you the example how to use it. Sir, here I am writing size of data type. For example, if I want to know the size of integer variable, then I have to write the size of integer data type. Now, if I want to know the size of character, then I have to specify the data type. What is the data type name? Char. If I want to find out the size of floating point, then what I have to do? I have to specify the size of float. If I want to find out the size of double, then I have to specify size of double. If I want to find out the size of long data type, then what I have to specify, sir? Long. So like this, we have to specify first one, size of data type. Or we told that there is one more way. What is the way? We have to specify the variable name. Now let us see size. Let us declare variables integer a, character ch, floating point number, double D, and then long L. Like this I have declared variables. Now if I want to find out the size of these variables, how to write the syntax? Size of variable name. What are the variable names? Integer variable A, and now I want to find out the size of character variable, that is ch. I want to find out the size of floating point number, fnum, and I want to find out the size of next one, double. What is the variable name? D. Or what is the next one? Size of long. What is the variable name? L. So we can use the data type, or we can use the variable in the syntax of a size of operator. And I have told one more syntax. What it is? So here I am writing size of expression. For example, 2 plus 3, it is an expression. So this expression is for this expression also I can find out the size of operator. So these are the three ways how to use the size of operator. So how to use? I am writing the syntax here. So size of, so in this we have to write either a data type, or I have to write variable, or I have to write expression. So these are the three ways how to use the size of operator. What is the use? Size of operator is used to calculate the amount of memory required to store the particular data type or variable or an expression. So now we are going to see the next one. What it is? How to find out the size of a pointer variable. Size of a pointer variable. How to find out? Very simple. We should write like this. So size of, what is the variable name? Pnum. So therefore we have to write the pnum value. So while we are using the size of operator, one important note is there. What is that important note? So here I am writing. So whenever we are writing the data type, then that data type should be, that type of the data should be placed in between parentheses, in between parentheses. That means if you are using this size of operator for the data type, compulsorily we have to represent the parenthesis. We have to write the parenthesis. But whenever you are using the variable or expression, you may or may not use this parenthesis. We can use the size of operator with the parenthesis or without parenthesis for the size of a variable or size of a expression. But whenever you are using the data type, then compulsorily you have to include this parenthesis, size of integer. And what is the return value of size of operator? Return value of size of operator is the amount, number of bytes required to store that particular type of data. So therefore, size of operator returns amount of memory required to store that particular variable in bytes, either 2 bytes or 4 bytes or 1 byte, depends on the data or data type. So this is the size of operator. Now we are going to our program. So this is our program. So now what we have to do? We have to find out the size of a pointer variable num. So how to write the program? Printf /n. So the amount of memory or amount of space required, to store pointer variable pnum is equal to %d, comma. So here I have to write size of, what is our variable? Pnum. Size of pnum. So now write semicolon at the end. Similarly, what we have to do? We have to find out the amount of space required to represent the size of, what is the second variable? Control V. And here I am writing my variable name is PCH. My variable name is PCH. Now, similarly, we have to send. So here I am writing PCH is equal to, and then here I am writing P FNum is equal to, here I am writing PFNum. Now, what is the next variable? Control V. Amount of variable to represent, to store. What is that number? Double number. So PD num is equal to %d comma size of. We have to specify PD num. And then I am writing one more. What is the last variable? Long number. So I am writing PL number. %d size of, what is that variable name? PL num. Then what we have to do? We have to write return 0. Why we have to return 0? Because here my main is integer main. So my function data type is integer. It is expecting to return integer value. That's why I am writing here integer 0. Now I am saving the program. So file, save as. So what is the program? Size of a pointer. Size of a pointer. Size of underscore pointer. Right. Save. Right, sir? Once it is saved, then what we have to do? we have to execute the file. So I am writing compile and run. So if you observe here, I am sharing the output screen. Share. So here the amount of space required to store the pointer variable pnum is equal to 8 bytes, and the amount of space required to store the pointer variable pch is equal to 8 bytes, and the amount of space required to store the pointer variable pf number is equal to 8, and the amount of space required to store the pointer variable pdnum is equal to 8, and the amount of space required to store the pointer variable plnum is equal to 8. So if you take any pointer variable, all pointer variables are occupying same amount of memory irrespective of the integer or character or float or long or double number. That is the logic here. So every pointer variable irrespective of the data type occupies same amount of memory. Here in this computer, the amount of memory it occupies is 8 bytes of memory. That's why I told in the told few minutes before, every pointer variable occupies same amount of memory irrespective of type of the date pointer variable. So what is the size of that pointer variable? Here in my system, it is occupying 8 bytes. So you check in your system and you tell me what is the answer for this program in a comment section. Okay, sir. So this is the size of a pointer variable. So here I am going to show you one more important point here. Sir, so if we want to declare a pointer variable, how to declare? Integer star pnum. So now I am going to show you one more way. Integer a. So here I am asking you printf /n enter the value of a. Enter the value of a. So here I am writing scanf %d comma ampersand a. Now, so I am writing a pointer variable name as character star pnum. Sir, character star pnum. What is my variable here? Pnum, and this pnum is equal to ampersand a. Sir, shall I write like this? Shall I write like this? My pointer variable is pnum. What type of data it is? Character. But what type of data, what is the value I am assigning? I am creating this pointer to an integer data. It is a character pointer, but I am assigning the integer, I am pointing to integer data. So this is not valid in C programming language. So this is not valid. So if you want to declare a pointer variable, the data type of the pointer variable should be same as the data type of the variable it is pointing to. Sir, you should remember this point clearly. I am writing here statement. So what is the statement we are writing? So the data type of a pointer variable should be same as that of the data type of variable it points to. That means whatever the data type of the variable, the same data type should be our pointer variable. Example, if my variable is integer a and my pointer name should be integer star pnum. If my variable is of type character ch, and my pointer should be of type character star pch. But we should not do like that. Pch is equal to, we should not specify ampersand a. That means pch is a character pointer variable, but I am pointing to integer data. This is not an invalid statement. Therefore, we should not write like this. What is the important point we have to remember? The data type of a pointer variable should be same as the data type of the variable it points to. If it is pointing to integer data, my data type of the pointer variable should be integer. If it is pointing to character data, my pointer variable should be of the character data type. That is the important point we have to remember. Now, let us go to the video. If you try to do like this, then what happened? So here, simply execute, compile and run. Now it is error. What is that error? Cannot convert integer pointer to character pointer in assignment. So if you try to assign that pointer variable to some other data, then it will tell you the error. It cannot convert it into a character, integer to character. That's what we have to remember. Okay, sir. Now let us go to the next one. So till now, what we have studied? So we have studied the following things: how to declare a pointer variable, and what is the amount of memory required to store the pointer variable. What is the space required? Irrespective of the data type of the pointer variable, all pointer variables are required same space of memory or same amount of memory. It is depends on the computer we are using. So in my laptop, it is occupying 8 bytes of memory, right, sir? Now, how to use the pointer variable in our program. Next video is how to use pointer variable in my program. So for that purpose, here, so I have declared one variable. What is the name of the variable? Integer x is equal to 10. And then I have declared one pointer variable. What is the pointer variable name? PTR. So pointer variable is always declared with the star before the pointer variable name, star PTR is equal to ampersand x. That means I told that what is the definition of a pointer? Pointer is a variable that holds the address of another variable. So in this variable, what we have to store? Address of the x. How to get the address? We have the operator called address of operator. We have the operator called address of. Address of operator represented with the and. So ampersand x. So where ampersand is the address of operator. So this address of operator brings the address of the particular variable. For example, it is the memory location. Let us say there are so many number of cells. So in these memory locations, let us say the starting address of the memory location is 1000. So 1001, because each memory location is capable of holding 1 byte of data. 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, and then 1006. So what type of data here we are storing? Integer data. Integer occupies how many number of bytes? 2 bytes according to old compilers. So let us say 2 bytes. So if it is stored at the location of 1001, so 1001 and 1002, these two locations will be allocated for the variable x. And what is the value of that variable? 10. What is the value of the variable? 10. Now, if I want to access the address of this variable x, so how many locations it is occupied? 1001 comma 1002. What is the starting address? 1001. So this address of operator brings the starting address of the variable. starting address of the variable. What is the starting location? 1001. Therefore, what is the value that is stored in the pointer variable? Address. So that is 1001. So therefore, what is the value stored in this pointer variable? 1001. So I am going to share you new screen. So here I am going to explain. So here we have the variable integer a. So therefore, every variable has the name. That name is a. And then what is the value of a? Let us say integer a is equal to 10. So therefore 10 will be stored here. And then the address of this variable is 2001. Now I have created one variable. What is that variable? Pointer variable pnum. So therefore it is the pointer variable pnum. Now it is a variable, it has the name and it has the value. What is the value we have to store? So pnum, because pointers store only addresses of the variable. So pnum is equal to, how to bring that address? By using the address of operator present a. So therefore, so this pnum is pointing to this particular location, and what is the address of a? 2001. So therefore this 2001 will be stored here, and this pointer is a variable, it has some memory location. So the address of this variable is 5000. Let us say the address of the pnum is 5000. Therefore what is the what is the value that is stored in the pnum? Address of the a. What is the address of a? 2001. Therefore 2001 will be stored in which variable? Pnum variable. So this is the usage of pointer variable. How to use, sir? We have to declare the pointer variable and we have to assign the address of the variable to which we are going to point. So integer a is equal to 10, integer star pnum, pnum is equal to ampersand a. Let us take one more example. Character ch, character star pch. Now in the pch, what we have to store? Pch is equal to, we have to store address of the character variable. What is the variable name? Ch. So therefore pch is equal to, I have to write ampersand ch. I have to write ampersand ch. For example, if I want to store, if I want to create a pointer for the floating point data, I am writing floating point and I am writing the variable name as c. Now I have to create the pointer for this. How to create? Very simple. What is the type of the data it is pointing? Float. Therefore write the float star. I am writing pf. So what is pf? Pointer to a floating point data. Now how to use it? So pointer variable are storing the address of the variable. What is the variable name? C. And how to get the address of that C? We have to write the pf is equal to ampersand C. So this is the way we have to use the pointer variables. We have to use the pointer variables. I think you got my point how to use. First you declare the variable and you declare the pointer variable, and in this pointer variable we have to store the address of the variable we are going to point. Right, sir? Now I am going to tell you one more important point. That is, so here integer a is equal to, let us say 10, integer star pnum, and pnum is equal to 5001. So let us, is it possible to specify the address directly? So let us say 5001 is one memory location. Is it possible to allocate this 5001 to my pointer variable? This is not a valid one. This is not a valid one. So here we should not directly give the memory location value to my pointer variable. Even though pointers are storing the address of a variable, but we should not directly give the address to pointer variable. If you do like this, it is not a valid. So this pnum is always holds the address of variable. So we have to specify like this only, but we should not directly assign the value memory address location value to pnum. If you do this one, it is a invalid. So this is the valid way of assigning a initializing a pointer variable. I think you got very good idea what we have discussed in this class. We have discussed what is a pointer and how to declare the pointer variable, and we have seen what are the various ways of declaring the pointer variables: integer pointer variable, character pointer variable, floating point variable, and double variable pointer variable, and long pointer variable. So here in generally every variable occupies different amounts of data: integer 2 bytes, character 1 byte, float 4 bytes, long 8 bytes, and so on. But the pointer variable, but in the case of pointer variables, irrespective of the data type of the pointer variable, it occupies the same amount of memory. And then we have seen with an example, and then we told you how to use the pointer variable in our program. So first we have to declare the variable, then we have to declare the pointer variable, then we have to assign the address of the variable to the particular pointer. So this is the information related to work usage of pointer variable, and what is the amount of memory required for the pointer variable. In the middle we discuss about two operators. What are the size of operator, and the second one is address of operator. So now we are going to see how to access a variable value by using pointer. How to access a variable value by using a pointer. So I am writing accessing a variable value using a pointer. So how to use the pointer to access the variable value? Sir, if we want to access the variable value, we have to use the operator called indirection operator. Indirection operator. Indirection operator. How to specify the indirection operator? With the symbol called star. With the symbol called star. Now we are going to see this indirection operation with the example. So now I am going to screen. Look at this. So dereferencing a pointer variable. We can dereference a pointer, that is refer to the value of the variable to which it points by using the unary operator. What is that operator? Star. So if I want to access a variable value, I have to use that star ptr. Now we are going to write the program for this. So now remember how to access? We refer to the value of the variable to which it points by using, what is the operator we using? Unary star. This is called indirection operator. So how to use? Simply by putting star before the pointer. So now we are going to see with an example program. So here I am modifying this as integer star pnum. Pnum is equal to ampersand a. So for your reference, I am using only few statements. So printf, enter a scan of percentage d comma ampersand a, integer star p number, pnum is equal to ampersand a. Now I am printing the value of the variable. So the value of a variable, the value of a variable. What is the variable name here? Variable name is a. Value of the variable name a is equal to percentage d comma. Simply we have to specify that variable name. So comma a. Right, sir. This is one way of accessing the variable value. And now we are going to use the pointer to access the variable value. Printf the value of the variable a using pointer is equal to, I am writing percentage p comma, I am writing star ptr. I am using star ptr. Sorry, percentage d comma star ptr. Now let us see how the output will be. I am saving the program, execute, compile and run. So here I have to specify the variable name pnum. Control S, execute, compile and run. Enter the value of a. It is asking. I am sharing you the output screen. This is our output screen. Entering the value 10. So the value of a variable is 10 and the value of the variable using pointer. So we are accessing the variable value using pointer. Then what is the output? 10. So therefore, we can access the variable value. We can access the variable value by using a pointer variable. How to access that? Very simple. We have to write the star before the pnum. Sir, what is the meaning of the star pnum? If you observe the meaning of this one, so let us go to the white screen. So here I am writing star pnum. Sir, what is the pnum? Pnum is a pointer variable. So what is the pointer? Pointer is used to store the address of a variable. So therefore, I can write it as a ampersand a. Sir, so this address and star. What is the meaning of this one? The meaning is value yet ampersand a. What is the ampersand a? Address. What is the address of a? Let us say the address is value at 2001. Then what is the value at 2001? The value is 10. So here I am going to write you the whiteboard here. So very simple. Integer a, that variable value is equal to 10. And we have declared one more pointer variable. What it is? Integer star p num. And how to assign value for this pnum? Pnum is equal to we have to specify the address of the variable. That's why I'm writing ampersand a. Whenever I have written like this, what happened? So compiler will set aside 2 bytes and the value of a is 10 and the memory location is, let us say it is 2021. Now I am creating the pointer variable. What is the pointer variable? Pnum. So this pnum is pointing to which variable? This variable. In the pnum, what it stores? Address of. So 2021. So whenever I specify value at 2021, you put what is the value that is available in 2021 location? 10. Therefore, the output of the program is 10. So this is how to refer the variable, how to refer the value of a variable by using pointers. So pointers provide another way of accessing the variable value. How it provides? By using the address of a variable. So this is the video for today class. So what we have learned, sir? We have learned what is the pointer, how to declare a pointer, and what is the amount of memory required to required for a pointer variable. And then we have seen size of operator, address of operator, and how to use pointer variable in our program with example I have told, and then how to refer the value of the variable by using a pointer variable. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your, thank you for watching my video. If you like it, share it and subscribe. Thank you, sir. We will meet in the next video.